What happens when someone tries so hard to prove their power, but ends up exposing their own lies? In front of everyone. This is the shocking story of a woman who thought she could control her neighborhood. But one slip of the tongue during a public hearing changed everything. In a quiet suburban community, the homeowners association was holding a hearing to discuss multiple complaints. Residents were tired of unfair rules, sudden fines, and constant harassment from one particular woman, the infamous HOA Karen, who believed she was above everyone else, always ready to point fingers and make life difficult for her neighbors. But this day was different. The hearing room was packed and neighbors sat in silence, waiting for the board to address the growing issues when suddenly Karen barged in loudly, interrupting the chairman. She waved her hands, demanding attention, and accused others of breaking rules she herself had created. Her voice was sharp, her tone angry, and in her rush to attack everyone else, she made the biggest mistake of her life. She shouted about how she personally placed fines on families she disliked and admitted she had been using her influence to push people out of the neighborhood. The entire room froze, and her words echoed as the board's recorder captured every single sentence. The chairman calmly asked her to repeat herself, and in her arrogance, Karen repeated everything, giving away her guilt without even realizing it. Neighbors gasped in disbelief, and the lawyer, present at the hearing, immediately recognized this as undeniable evidence. Karen had just confessed on record. Her face turned pale as she finally understood what she had done. The woman who had terrorized the community for years had destroyed her own position with her own voice. But just when she thought things couldn't get worse, the board revealed they had already been investigating her actions and had gathered proof of even more serious violations. She had been misusing community funds and hiding it from everyone. The final twist shattered her completely. Within minutes, the board voted to strip her of all authority and announced she would be facing legal consequences. For the first time in years, the neighborhood felt free and united. The people who had once lived in fear were now celebrating their victory. And the truth was clear that sometimes the loudest voice in the room ends up silencing itself forever. So if you want more stories filled with suspense and shocking twists, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like the video and stay tuned for the next one.